everyone, I'm Antonia, and welcome to my pen case. You might recognize me from other videos that I've done for JetPens or other voiceovers that I've done. I also work in customer service for JetPens, and I love pens. So today I'm sharing with you my pen case. Except I don't actually use a pen case, so I'm just going to share with you the things that I use on an everyday basis. And also the pen that I carry with me every single day. You ready? Let's get started. Probably should have done that at a different time.
That was okay. That was actually a really good take.
Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk about are these Blue Q zip bags. And I know you might be thinking, Antonia, that looks like a pen case. I thought you said you don't have a pen case. You would be right. I don't have a pen case. This contains makeup. So this is probably the oldest one that I own. And I got it because it's funny. Be bold or italic, never regular. Made me laugh, so I bought it. But I genuinely think that this type of bag is like the most practical thing that you could carry. It's white on the inside, so it's easy to see. It's like coated plastic on the inside, so it's really easy to wipe out if anything spills. It's nice and roomy, and you can put plenty of stuff in here. I use zip bags all the time, anytime that I'm carrying things from point A to point B. So next up, I want to talk about this combo. I think that this combination of pen and paper is probably one of the greatest combinations of all time. Let me explain. First of all, we can start with this. This is actually an Apica CD premium notebook. It doesn't actually normally look like this. Normally, it looks like this. But I kind of found the red to be a little bit like distracting. Red is kind of a very bold color. So I went for something that was a little bit more muted in terms of color. I found some wrapping paper and I cut it down to the exact size of my notebook and I just kind of tucked it around the, things for later. I tucked it around the front and the back cover. And then I kept the original plastic packaging that it comes with, and I just put it on top of the wrapping paper to protect it. Yeah, like I said, this is my journal. So there's like things in here like, you know, S-Bahn ticket and like, this is a museum card, a ticket, that kind of thing. I just kind of threw in there really haphazardly. So I actually started this journal last year at the start of the pandemic because I thought, oh, maybe now is a good time to start a journal in case I want to look back and see what I was thinking. So I actually sat down and thought, what is the smoothest writing notebook and smoothest writing pen that I can bring together for the ultimate journal experience? And I picked the Apica CD Premium Notebook because the paper is just so smooth. It's just so pleasant. I also picked the grid version because I like to be neat and it helps me write on a straight line. And if I indent, it helps me keep those indentations straight. And then once I picked this paper, I was like, I need to pick a rollerball pen that works really well with this paper. And I wanted a rollerball pen because the ink is really thin, so it flows really smoothly. I tried a couple and I finally ended up on the Uni-ball Eye Rollerball Pen. And I picked this one because it was a blue ink color, which is really pretty and kind of striking. And it's the thinnest rollerball pen that Uni makes. So the line will be really small, which I really wanted. And it's just so wonderful on this paper. I can't get enough. It's just so smooth. It just flows so well. That was really important to me for a journal because I wanted something that had as little friction as possible between my thoughts and what I was putting down on the page. I wanted it to be just seamless. And that's what I use for my journal. So next up is this notebook. This is a Yamamoto Ro-Biki Radical Grid notebook. And I love this thing because it, first of all, looks great. even if you beat it up, because it has a waxed cover. It's very durable. If you spill water on it, it's not going to get into the paper. But also, it has this sort of like weathering effect that I think is really nice. Here, I'll show you the front and the back at the same time. So you can see that's what mine looks like. I've been using this since 2018, probably. Yeah, since 2018. Off and on. I don't actually have it in my bag every single day. If there's something where I just need to, if I think I'm gonna need to write stuff down, but I don't wanna have a bunch of loose little pieces of paper, I want it kind of all contained in one place, this is what I wanna grab. So first of all, it has that wax cover, which protects it and also gives it this really nice kind of like weathered pattern. Here's the inside, you can kind of see. It looks really great, even on the inside cover. I'll show you the back too, where that big crease is. I think that it looks kind of nice. And it also kind of, you know, reflects its time with me. And the other thing that I really love about it is that it has this reticle grid type of paper. This is what it looks like from really far away. And you might not be able to see anything, and that's what I love about it. The reticle grid is really, really light, so it's not distracting. But it's there so that I can write straight lines. Very important to me. And it's also in a grid format, which helps in case I want to indent something, so my indents kind of are aligned. And I really like the idea of having these tiny little crosses instead of dots. I really like that. It's very sturdy. It's not going anywhere. So I actually really like to travel with this notebook. Yeah, this is just a great notebook, and I love that it's just durable. I can throw it in my bag, I don't have to worry about it, and it's also very simple. It's also light. It's not going to weigh down my bag or my checked bag. Okay, are you ready for the pen that I genuinely carry with me every single day? It's a Jetstream. I know, big surprise on this channel. So this is my actual real life wallet. Don't ask me where I got it, online. I don't remember anymore. Let me pull it out here. Ta-da! I think this is the best Jetstream you can get. It's slim. There are like thicker Jetstreams that are like more with a more cushy grip, but if I want something that I am just gonna write notes with really quickly and just scratch something down somewhere, I don't think you need anything like with a thick grip. You just want something practical. Yeah, so it fits in my purse and I am obsessed with that purse/wallet. I think that the Jetstream is probably the best pen that you can carry with you on an everyday basis. First of all, it's a ballpoint pen, so that means a couple of things. One, it's not gonna leak on you. Rollerball pens sometimes leak on you. Not that often, but it happens. The other reason that the Jetstream is so great because it's a ballpoint is because that means that it writes on whatever paper you throw at it. Receipts, random printouts, whatever somebody hands you for you to write on, a ballpoint is going to work on that paper. And that's why I love carrying around a ballpoint. So I also have in here a Coleto. This is actually a discontinued Coleto body. So let that be a lesson to you. If there's a beautiful pen that you want, snap it up before it gets discontinued. Yeah, I bought this one specifically because I was like, this is so beautiful. It's cream and gold. I'm into it. Yeah. It's actually one of the first pens that I ever bought from JetPens when I started working here. Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to show us?
Not from, this is for a later video. There's not more.
10,000 likes. Antonia will do this video. Everybody, you got it? You gotta send to your friends. Start the pen
If this
case
video
revolution.
does well, maybe I'll show you the rest. This is actually more pens that I don't really use every day, which is why I didn't talk about it in this video. But there's some other cool things in here that I really, really love. So maybe in the future. I hope you liked this small foray into some of the pen products that I own. I am super curious about what you all own, so let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like this video. Thanks for watching.
Yes, making sure you're in focus. Okay, great. smile. Yes, what is in my pen case?
2 pens.
Two pens.
2 pens. The whole pen case video. I don't know what to tell you.